Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing solo self-found in the Bestiary League as a Spectral Shield Throw Marauder. Eventually he will become a Juggernaut. And GGG has released some new MTXs, including one for the shield. It's the Celestial Shield, and the nice thing about this MTX is that it actually fits on top of the Spectral Shield Throw. So it's a shield MTX as well as you could say it's a skill MTX as well. At least it interacts with it, which is nice. So today we're gonna go after the Vaal Oversoul. And then get onwards to Act 3. Act 3 is where, in my opinion, the game really begins. Everything until there is just a warm-up. Because in Act 3 we get access to 4 links, or at least 4 socket items. Linking usually doesn't really get consistent until Act 4. But at least we get access to them. And we get access to more gems, especially towards the end. Killing a Gravicious unlocks the level 28 gems. Then we get the 31s at the library. And one of the nice things, of course, of the Siosa quest is that you get access to level 1 versions of gems that we normally don't get access to. So as a Marauder, it's more difficult to obtain blue gems and green gems to a certain extent. So we can buy all the low level versions from Siosa. Siosa was changed from how it worked back in 2.5, 2.6, something like that. At some point you could actually buy all the gems you had unlocked from him. And now you can only buy the gems that are unlockable up to that point. So the very highest tiers of gems you can't get there. Ooh, another net. Nice. Another something that got changed in between this episode and the previous recording, because there's about half a week of time in between the episodes. We got a bunch of extra hotfixes and the 3.2 B patch, which included the necromancy net, which I'm suspecting is gonna only drop late in the game. So the necromancy net can be used to capture a dead animal or a dead stupid beast, and then use it for blood magic purposes. And looks like we found an exit. Nice. The Necronet, there was a vote. 48% of the community thought it was not needed to add one, so that means 52% did want to add it in some form or the other. But between those that wanted to add the net, there was a bit of a division, and I think there were more people that were in favor of just making it rare rather than making it readily available. So that is what the devs went with. So I think, especially while leveling, it's not going to impact it. And for maps, the intention at least was that you would not be able to obtain enough to reliably use it. So you're still going to have to adapt your playstyle to the Bestiary League. No. Eventually I'll get to the end game as well. But in my usual style, it's going to take a while. I'm just going to enjoy the journey. And by the time I make it to maps, it's going to be all perfectly balanced and all that stuff. One of the advantages of playing through slower. Or no, by the time I get there, I don't even have to hope that it will be balanced if it's not been balanced by the time I get there. That's the slightly more cynical way of looking at it. Okay, let's just make the immortality totems begun. Let's see, we came from the bottom, then you would expect we'd have to be at the top, but I guess we have to be on the top left. haven't seen a beast yet, then again it is pyramid. Pyramids are not known for having lots of beasties in them. I think it's not going to be until Act 3 where we're going to see plenty of beasties. So every once in a while there's of course the opportunity for some small ones to spawn. The yellows and reds, they've been slightly more common in Act 2 than in Act 1, because I don't think they even were in Act 1. Let's see. Armor scraps are kind of valuable to me. So it would be nice to just finally get a foiling for my attack. Get some faster attack speed on it, because this does feel a little sluggish.
Of immense power.
But yeah, as I said, now builds don't really start until you've made it to the later parts of Act 3. Everything until then is just making do, and it doesn't really matter. Now, the game is not really too challenging at this point. Though some leagues do make it more difficult than others, but so far this one has been nice and relaxing. With the odd red mob fight being a massive spike in difficulty. Hey, 2 stones, 12%. I don't really care. They can go up to 16% double resist. So, a 12% is kind of a waste to put some currency into crafting it. But if you're gonna block my people, my things with your people, then we'll just go buy them. We're level 25, there's a 23 area, so that makes me the same level as the boss. Slowly leeching you down. And don't bleed damage. 25% chance to make something bleed when I attack with my Spectral Shield Throw. And since I do pure physical damage, that kind of works out rather well. Let's see, right now I'm using a Jade, this sort of kind of... Same would be nicest, of course, to get an amulet that has both Dex and Intelligence, because they are both the stats that I lack here. Being a really brutish Marauder. And getting blood magic is also going to be a nice thing, so I can just stop drinking mana flasks. But right now it's still something that is not overly limiting. I'm getting charges faster than I can sip my flasks. Though for boss fights it might be more difficult. Speaking of boss fights, let's say hello to the boss here. So let's double check what's my resists. No, 50 fire, nearly maxed out, and the other two nearly 1000 life. This is good. I mean, if I had a bleeding removal flask, I could take on Dominus right now with the amount of life I have. Though my damage output feels like it's a little on the low end. I forgot, I of course have my totem that boosts my attack speed a bit. Hello. Yeah, slow and steady does win the race. If you don't get hit, it's gonna be alright. Getting hit may be less good for your health. Oh. And having the totem be nearby works kind of well as a distraction and as bonus damage. In the end, we smash through him. So,
I
nothing.
give this warrior of Kitava to you, Tukohama, my father of war.
Okay, so last time we ended up completing the Red Storm. For a while I was under the impression that it would probably be more useful to at least grab some life leech before committing to blood magic. But the thing is, right now I have life gain on hit linked with Spectral Shield Throw, so whatever I hit I get more life back than that I spent in mana. But another thing that I just double checked is we're leeching nearly 40 life per second now, which is also more than the mana I could spend. So well, from that perspective, blood magic is gonna be alright, I think. So just gonna grab it, and then we'll work our way towards Mortal Conviction, then Bloodless over here, and then we should be relatively okay. And now it is just gonna be nice and easy. Because I no longer have to think about mana flasks. So this one can now go and get replaced with something more useful, like an extra utility flask or an extra health flask.
It is good to feel your warmth again, Ramakor, father of light.
Yay, we have escaped the darkness. So the copper tower shield is gonna drop starting from item level 24. So blues and yellows and uniques can start dropping them. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. And oh look, there's a beastie here. A berserker. Okay, throwing the trap and murdering it. Okay, cute taunt.
You are well prepared for the end. This is a fine capture.
Oh wait, no stupid beast. Oh, also, nice thing. There's been a lot of nice things this week, but the nets are now a little cheaper. So the strong ropes used to cost orbs of transmutation, now they only cost portal scrolls. So everything has been made one tier cheaper, which is nice. I suspect for endgame stuff that's gonna matter as well. For now though, well, I've got a decent number of rope nets, so I don't really need to buy anything new.
Orb of fusing.
So getting an upgraded shield is gonna be pretty nice. So slowly getting towards the point where if I were to actually get Haku to level 3, I could start doing some of his dailies as well, because the level difference wouldn't be too great. Because it would be nice to get Haku to level 4. That's where I can craft the highest percentage armor onto armor, I find. And it's also where you unlock the lowest tier of flat armor bonus. And after that, level 7 is going to be the next one that is going to be important. Double checking, so happy. But of course, I do need to find Haku at least once more or twice more in the wild. And it would be nice to also get access to at least one Elrion, just to get myself his hideout. Let's see, no, just trigger it as it is. And we get a Setter Tower Shield, which is not quite what I wanted. Then again, you can't always get what you want. One Sonic comment. So if you have a hideout, no, you do /hideout from here, just teleports you to your hideout. Alternatively, no, it's a long way to walk there, so just going into the slums. It's gonna be fine, and you can just portal from here to town. And then life's gonna be good. So next stop, Crematory. Also level 24, so this means all monsters here can drop the next tier of shields. Turquoise amulets, yes. Dex in it. It's only 20, right? Yeah. Could go up to 24. Also, there's a yellow something in the back, and it is the... is that a queen? Oh, it's not a queen. It's... Hey, carrion minion. Okay, got at least one.
Einar will take it.
Einar will take it. Oh, I was too late. I was too late. Completely my fault. Luckily, there's plenty. So if you are set up for just murdering things pretty quickly, then you want to throw your traps early.
Einar will take it.
So that is a lot of tornadoes. Erupting winds. Okay, so this one is a lot sturdier. Now is a good time to throw the trap and then keep attacking.
Survivor, you are well prepared for the end. This is a fine capture.
Is that... Ah yeah, okay, got it. So as we saw in the last episode where I did a bit of blood altar crafting, some recipes are more reliable than others. But I still think, no, just capturing everything you can find is going to be a fun thing. Got you.
You are captured, stupid beast.
Even if it's just for using the recipes that get you uniques, that's going to be fun. So I would really love to unlock the claw recipe, but no, the specific claw I'd want is the advancing fortress, which also has 15% block chance. So for a weapon that's not really used for its damage, getting 15% chance to block out of it is gonna be pretty amazing. Oh look, I just happen to have a flask slot over left. Let's see. Might as well just shift this one through. Okay, so you're just a regular rare. Just throw the trap and murder you. And then Mr. Gatherer. Yes.
Einar will take it.
I'm wondering if crafting the rares is gonna be as useful. Simply, but I've had some poor luck with it so far. Especially, not really getting what you want in terms of items and just not really getting great mods on them. But we'll have to see. I mean, as I said, for me it's still incredibly early in the league. And I just want to try and experience as much of it as possible before really coming to a verdict. Let's see, that's a dead end, that's a dead end. Oh, we need to be in the bottom side there. This place, sometimes you just walk right where you need to be. Sometimes you end up stumbling around for quite a bit. Oh yeah, I still had to read something for a
the Monkey King has built his
prophecy
throne on your back. A throne of gold.
Okay, and then I need to click them. This is not a Grim Dawn where I have a button to just pick up all the items. Okay, came from there. Looks like this is just going to be a full clear today. So, nothing wrong with full clears, but it wasn't really what I had in mind. Ah, there's another set of steps here. And is there a Reaver here? Could be. Oh, hello there. You, the unspeakable. Oh wow, that's 130 armor. That's a decent amount. Downside is, of course, it is quote-unquote only 3 socketed. Whereas I can get 4 now, so I tend to get snobbish here and just want 4 sockets. Because that means I should just be consistent and throw that one out. Again, no, the one we have, it's not really amazing. I'll just bring it. If I don't find anything better, then I might as well use it for the time being. And there we are, one crematorium. There's golems here, but there were bears here as well, weren't there? And skeletons, of course. There's always skeletons. Or am I misremembering the bears? Hey look, there's something there. Is that the... oh, that's where Tolman is being held. 35 strength belt is very nice. Just alch it, or even better, essence craft it. And then if you get some decent mods, then well, you got a nice amount of armor, which means life, which means damage. There's a lot of good stuff there. Ooh. And the very first corrupted site area. And a copper tower shield. Yes, yes, yes. This by itself is already better than what we have. And it's not even enchanted or improved yet. The resist, the life, it's actually kind of nice. So let's take a very quick break to town. See what we can do with this. It's now 50% more armor and it's not even enchanted yet. Hey, are these... oh, they are lower tier nets, okay. Did I have essences? I have one grand total of essences. That gets me some energy shield. It's kind of a waste. On the other hand, it's below item level 35. It would occupy a prefix, but on the other hand, it's effectively a free alch. I don't think I'm going to care about any of the other things, so I might as well. Oh, worst case, we get rid of it. So it rolled with a little bit of armor. Actually, it is a hybrid armor and block recovery. There's a bit of life on here. Life gain on block, which is pretty neat. But most importantly, no, this is our weapon, so the armor needs to be high. And it's going to be higher than what we have now. So 181 becomes 240. There we have an enduring cry. Cool. And then anything we can shuffle around? Nah, not really. So maybe it's just time to get rid of a riposte. I mean, riposte, it is just a placeholder. On the other hand, not getting rid of resist for no good reason doesn't really help me either. So I'll just get rid of that. This one is potentially an upgrade. This one is no longer going to be relevant since it's now too low tier. Even crafting anyway, might as well just alch the belt, see what we get out of it. Bit of life, actually a decent amount of life, 46 life. That's more than this one. Fire res is the same, we lose some lightning. Piety is lightning based, so I'm dumping my lightning resistance just before fighting her. Doesn't seem like the most bright of ideas. So no, we'll just put this one in the box. And then we can sell the other things.
A stranger.
Let's see, not gonna use most of these things, so might as well just get rid of them. Oh, Dex ints. We'll just hang on to it.
Don't do anything I would.
Okay, put that one away. Bring this along, and then we go back downstairs. So, damage increased. Let's see. There's nothing about the crit, right? So that's one of those things about Spectral Shield Throw. How much energy shield do you need for a crit? 10. Okay, and we only got 6. That is unfortunate. I mean, if we had just a teeny bit more, we actually would have gotten a little bit of crit on it. Not that I care about crit, but getting it effectively for free is a nice deal. That's also just a loader. Hey, something ghostly was here, and it is you. Okay, you just run, ghosty, you just run. Haha, got you. So by the metric of being able to actually catch and kill a ghost, this one is now performing better than Dark Pact. If you pick your metrics selectively, then you can actually claim very interesting things. Deadly ailments. Oh, another life flask. That's gonna be neat. Some of the Vaal bosses might be animals, so I wonder if they can be captured, because I think I did spot some of them in the list. There's a wisdom scroll below the strongbox. Just really just sneakily hiding behind it. And of course, this being a higher level area means 4 links or 4 socket items can drop. A warplate. That's what I've got right now, right? Yeah. Ooh, spectral. Oh. Note to self: don't space out looking at your gear when there's a boss nearby. This one is potentially pretty dangerous. Curator Mien.
Vaal.
To plow a field, you need a tool. To harvest grain, you need a tool. To spread corruption, you need a tool.
So the thing I was looking at, the Spectral Shield Throw leveled up. We went up from 240 DPS to 260 DPS. Simply from that upgrade alone. And the boss was a humanoid, so it doesn't really matter. So I think I got enough giant life flasks to last me a while, and another passive, so that is gonna help me boost my life quite a bit. Next couple ones will do that pretty rapidly. And eventually we need to get there, but that means we have to run around in a bit. Wouldn't be surprised if the trial was upstairs then, so let's do that one first. Or at least, no, clear this to ensure the trial is not there, because backtracking would be slightly annoying. Oh, good thing is next door to Piety. I do like the icons on the edge of the minimap there. They tell you what is coming, so you don't have to. So now the exploration is a little easier, a little less frustrating if that is the experience in some areas. Hey, hello there. Hey, hate beats. Okay. That's just blue. Pot skull means traps, so I kind of want those though. Okay, there we are. Somebody wondering, how long is this corridor gonna last? And then you walk into the intersection. The thing is, most of just everything in here seems to be humanoid, or at least not beastly. Okay, well, let's trialize. With shield charge, we can just ignore most of the mobs, which is nice. At least while running around here, it is nice to be able to just ignore them. See, there's a lever in the end. Then there's a lever over here. And usually there's a rare of sorts. But not today.
Allow your wisdom to be tempered by the flames of the past.
The flames of the past, you say. They've got to be very cold flames then. Unless they've been kept alive, of course. And now it's also nice knowing exactly what direction I should be heading. For this fight, it is going to be relevant to see if I can just keep my Endurance Cry up, because that helps me round out my resist a little bit. And accidentally activated it. Didn't matter too much in the end, huh? And of course, my backpack is full. Okay, empty pockets.
There you going.
At least we're getting closer and closer to where we actually get the gems. First bit's always just warming up. Supers are now nice and short, so we can just burst through that without too much effort either. Anything in here that is relevant? I don't really think so. Nice bonus to max life, but it's about half the armor I've currently got, so I'm kind of attached to the armor. Yeah, that's that. I still don't identify all the rares I find. On the one hand, ID scrolls used to be pretty scarce. This run we found a buttload, that's kind of odd. But it's also, if you sell them unidentified, then you get shards for the orbs of transmutation rather than alteration. And, well, I need more transmutation than alt right now. So I'm just trying to push that a little bit into the direction I want. Jewel, might as well just make this one into a jewel box. And in terms of flasks, this one actually doesn't really matter too much, since health flasks are rarely long enough up to give something useful. And of course things like orbs of transmutation. You can also use them for your flasks. Ooh, this one has partial insta healing. That is going to be probably better than the bonus to evasion rating for this one. And then we can just remove bleeding. I like it. Faster recovery on low life, that's even better. Nice. So we now have bleed removal, we've got some form of instant healing, and we've got some curse removal. I'm gonna keep this one just as a effectively a utility flask. But we actually have utility flasks. Yeah, you know what, right now it don't really matter. More damage with ailments, less damage with hits, that's not really what I'm going for, so for now we'll just ditch it. Eventually that might actually be something to consider if we're gonna go really heavily on the bleed. But for now, this is fine. Grab that one, and then there is the way forward. The fight with Piety. Can we get her to 0 life?
You're simply too stupid to be realistic, aren't you, brute?
Okay. Where are you? There you are. If your life recovery is good enough, then you can ignore a lot. Okay, she's down to 0 HP, so in terms of damage, not doing too bad. It's a very, very informal check, but it's good enough for me. And then you are gonna get me the rewards. Vulnerability. The enemies have a chance to be maimed, they have a chance to bleed, and they take increased physical damage from damage over time and from hits, which is nice. Punishment, vengeance. Ooh, vengeance is nice. Determination, we don't do auras with this one. So, vulnerability, sure.
You are a welcome sight, daughter of Namakanui.
And then, let's see if we put that one over there. Yeah. Just actively triggering the curse. And maybe I should take the keys. Yeah, like that. So, Greiger has a bone to pick with Piety. And you want some statues. So, suddenly everybody has something to do for me. But that is gonna have to wait until a next episode. We made some decent progress. Where did Einar go to? Is Einar here? Yeah, he's skulking in the corner there.
Prepared for the end.
What we can do is sell some lower tier nets, we get one higher tier. It's 3 for 1. But it's an upgrade, so that's good.
Survivor.
And I had actually done that before, so that is good for the achievement points. Okay, so yeah, next episode we're gonna go into the sewers and see if we can get towards Solaris Temple. I think Marketplace is probably gonna be more realistic, but we'll see. For now though, I want to thank you very much for watching and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.